What's up, boys? It's the Nostalgic Gaming Channel back at it again with your favorite series, Fable Friday. Sorry, I've been taking a break, so here's a couple gifts to show the level of excitement that I know you guys have for this series. Thank you guys for checking it out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. Tell me if you missed Fable Fridays. Tell me if you didn't. If not, we're going to roll straight into the video right where we left off after kicking Whispers behind at Orchard Farm. So right now, we're going to do a little bit of powering up. We're going to get a Super Saiyan level up. We're going to be goated with the sauce. So first off, we're going to start off with Guile. You know why? We want to be a Steely boy. And powering up to Guile level 3 gives us the ability to use the emote of Steel. If you guys don't think that I'm immediately going to use that, you're out your freaking mind. So I'm going through the wizard spells here, and I don't have that much willpower or that much experience left to power up, but we're going to pick the best spell in the entire game right now. We're about to pick it up. It's a little thing called Slow Time. You may or may not have heard of it, right? Makes the entire world around you slow. Does that sound familiar at all? I promise you will only hear that like 100 more times before this series is done. I promise that. I'll try not to do it that much, but I love it, so you're going to hear it a bunch of times. But as you could see, certain spells have negative alignment modifier, which means you have to, it's evil to use them just in and of itself, and some of them have a positive modifier. So like heal is positive to have. Even though heal is positive to have, we're going to take it later just because when you do an escort quest, sometimes it's super frustrating when your guys die or take damage. And it's like, I need heal, I need to get them. Slow time is a neutral ability. You think it'd be kind of an evil ability because you're making everybody go slow and it's like kind of messing up the entire world. But hey, you know, rather than
You're
using a
now
localized lightning
stealthy
spell,
enough to use the steal expression.
we're going to stop the entire world. But it's not a big deal. Alright, boys, it's crime time. So, now that we have the steal expression, we have to find a way to get the shopkeeper out of the store. That way, we can take all his items and we can rob him blind. So, we activate. I'm trying to figure out how to use my spell thing here, and you're going to find out throughout the series that it's very difficult for some reason on this version to equip multiple spells. And everyone's laughing here because I don't have my clothes on, right? I forgot to put my clothes back on. That's why they're laughing at me.
Finally, I found you, Sonic! Put those grippers away!
Hey, Amy, what the fuck is happening? Oh my god, those dogs are barking!
So we put our clothes back on, and now we're ready to continue our adventure, right? So for some reason, when you try and quick assign the spell slots in this version on the PC for whatever reason, you're only allowed to have one, so I'm going to have to figure it out at some point. I haven't figured it out yet, and I've already made a couple more episodes of this. But one of the unique things happens when you use slow time is you automatically get magic experience for it. So you don't even need to use it on a spell, on a person like lightning you do, or with attacks. You just get it for using it out of sheer fact that you used it. So we're going to try first to get this guy to follow us, right? And he already knows the deal. He's not going to follow us because he knows exactly what's going to happen to his stock, right? So we're going to use the oldest trick in the book. You're going to see this multiple times. It's the best way to steal from merchants. Patent pending, nostalgic gaming channel. Don't do this in real life. Only do it in the game because we're evil. And it says if you drink too much alcohol, you're going to face motor and sensory deprivation, which is true like in real life. So don't drink. It's bad for you. But if you're going to do so responsibly. So we're going to give this very friendly shopkeeper, right? We're going to give him several intoxicating beverages. And watch what happens after we give him a couple. So I'm trying to assign it to one of my key slots so it goes by quick. As it says, you can put useful items on different key slots.
She's got the best set of.
Well, after we gave him 2, he's done. Look at him. He's sloppy already. There's no way he's going to be able to adequately guard this shop. So we're not cool enough to have people follow us. We're not handsome enough to have people follow us. So we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. You're just going to use your body, and you're just going to push him.
She was all over me.
You're just going to keep pushing him, right? We get him into the right position, and we slowly move him. We slowly move his body. And I messed that one up, but we're moving him out the door. And no one else is going to come in here because for whatever reason, no one else thinks to come into this shop. So as he kind of stumbles along, we just push him out, bring him right back. We're going to bring him to where the party's at, right? This guy's a party animal. Look at him. Before the party even started, he's already drunk. And for a second, he gains clarity and soberness. So I give him another beer just to make sure. But that makes him sober again.
I saw her.
So we put him over there. We're not worried about it. He's falling around outside. So we're going to slow time just to make sure. But slowing time gets canceled out by stealing here. As you can see, we're going to go straight for that mace. You can grab any item and you get iron mace by accident. Oops. That's not what we wanted. We wanted this better mace. And the better the item, the longer it takes to steal. So because we're stealing, we're tiptoeing around. We get that steel mace. We steal a steel mace. Try and say that 6 times fast and see if you can knock that out. That's a tongue twister for you. Steal that steel mace. I can't do it. It's impossible. And there's the real find, though. We get some assassin gloves. And might as well take some flour with us, right? It could be worth something eventually. And unlike flawed games like Skyrim and Oblivion, thanks Todd Howard, this game, you could sell any stolen item to anyone. You don't need a fence. You just need to have the item. And how are they going to know? How are they ever going to know it's stolen, right? It's not like they have the little tags that the stores have to take off that the sensors go off with, right? And we're going to make sure that this guy cannot go back into business. We're stealing every item on the shelf. And believe it or not, foreshadowing, we steal this apple, and later they have a shortage of apples, mostly because of us and all our thievery ways, right? But we're going to equip our new assassin's gloves. No one's going to be any of the wiser that we actually took that. And then we're going to equip, and for some reason, the like menuing system in this game is more difficult than I remember. So I end up messing it up a bunch of times. But we're going to equip that steel mace. Why not? We have a better weapon. We're going to try and use as many weapons as we can. And the iron mace is worse than what we already have, so we're not doing that. But hey, steel mace is +1, baby. Let's throw that bad boy on. And that's going to be our primary weapon here for a while. And Dylan's having the time of his life. Hopefully he doesn't puke on himself. So we're going to let him enjoy himself and continue on his day.
Give me some beer.
And what is a quest completed without a little bit of boasting, right? We kicked Whisper's butt, and we want everyone in this entire tavern to know about it. And the good thing is, since they're all gathered together, it makes it much easier to get them. But you think the bartender would have saw it when I did it like in the middle with everybody else, but apparently he didn't. So we have to go back and clean that one up. But now it's a race against time. And every time there's a race, you know exactly what we got to do. We got to throw in some initial D. Let's hear it. So now we only got 3 left. We're looking for him. We're the fastest person in the entire guild here. We've already proven that. There's one more. Let's go see if we can show off our Whisper boats to the 2 fast boys. Slowing time actually does help. Doesn't help. Does not help. As you can tell, no matter how much we slow time, we're still running faster than love. Nothing's faster than us and love.
There is an important quest card guild for you.
So I showed it there because I thought there might be somebody inside. Turns out there wasn't, and the guards don't count. They end up being further down by the demon door. We don't know that. We're not going to be able to get all the 18. I only found that out later when I was strolling around the area. But hey, 16's pretty good. Get 200 more renown for it. And we have an important quest card in the area for us, right? So we're going to go back to the servant hall here, the servant's quarters, because I saw this thing and it says you can't use this bed. I thought it was like an item that I could take, you know, because bad boys. But there actually was nothing for us. As you can see here, there's probably one of the persons that I needed to show it to. Short-haired lady that works in the servant hall. She's not very happy to see us. What do you want? What are you talking about? That's not very nice. People must already be able to tell that we're evil. Let's try using our new expression, flirt. Let's see if it even works. Oh, it worked very well. As you can tell, we got a laugh out of it. But when you become evil, like, people do not want to deal with you. And as you could see, that item floating in the river right there, that little ripple, that's probably where that blue mushroom is that we have to collect for the quest. But we don't have a fishing rod yet, so we're not going to be able to actually obtain that item yet. We're going to have to keep on going until we get a fishing rod. I thought they might have given me one in my book bag when I initially came, you know, with the lamp and all those items. Apparently not. But hey, fishing in this game, confirmed. That makes it a good game. You know what other game has fishing that's also a great game? Persona, right? How can you compete with that? Fishing, confirmed, good game. There you go. And we're going to end up getting out of the guild hall here. So there's not really much else you could do at this point. You could kind of wander around because this map is totally free. So you could just... Oh, here's a tour guide. I am not. I've already been through the entire guild. So in this game, you have free range to do whatever you want. But without advancing the main quest, you're kind of stuck and not like... You don't really get to progress the other quests and whatnot. So we're going to end up taking our next quest. Can I even trade with you, Dylan? No. He's too happy to see me. But so we're going to take this next quest here. And this next quest is a doozy. Actually, the hop killing quest is not a main quest. But this quest, we get to pit ourselves up against Whisper again. And we get to totally demolish her in a test of skill. It's about power, it's about desire, it's about will, it's about all those things the Rock talks about. So we're going to do it without a scratch, we're going to do it naked, and we're not going to humble Whisper. That is a very hard one to do, and that's a very hard one to do, the fist fighter. This quest is already pretty difficult because you guys will see, but the AI is a little bit jank.
Oh, hello. I'm looking for someone to take me to Orchard Farm. I'll pay you if you helps me. It can be dangerous for traders round here. Here's the deal, see? You get a quarter of the fee now, and the rest when we get there in one piece. Just talk to me again if you decide to escort me.
And you know what? We're going to Whisper or Orchard Farm right now. We're nice guys. There's no ulterior motive here for us. So we'll definitely transport him, right?
Oh, you'll take me to... Use your follow. When we get to a new region, if you want me to stop... Oh, and before I forget, here's that... But try not to go too fast, because I might not be able to keep up with you.
So this is kind of your training mission into escort quests and how to escort people. We take it because we're nice guys, right? There's no ulterior motive at all. There's absolutely no reason why I would want to transport this guy other than the cold, hard cash. Money, 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 money. But this trader may be in for a little surprise. Believe it or not, he may be in for a little surprise.
You certainly know your way around. Right, let's keep going.
So every time we go through these kind of neutral areas, the monsters respawn. Sometimes they're really tough. Sometimes they're not. This time, we're going to go through and we're just going to kind of bowl them to death. And we're going to make sure that we have, you know, we upgrade our... Oh my god, our guy is getting demolished over here.
Oh.
By a random, very strong bandit. This is a bandit captain, right? So one of the unfortunate things is when you're playing, if you let the traders get damaged, they do not give you nearly as much money, and you don't get as much renown because like you kind of messed up on your job. So I'm like, hey, I'll just load a checkpoint. The checkpoints are pretty generous in this game. I might as well just, restart from that area that I
Do you
just
know, I met
was,
that lovely wandering minstrel fellow recently.
right?
Yeah, nice chap.
So I don't even know how that bandit appeared last time, because if you look on our map this time, I don't see that same bandit there, the bandit captain, and he's really strong. Like, all we see is these little sucky beetles, and we can wreck those guys. I even turned around to look, and I almost fired on my own guy by accident, thinking that. And then I make the mistake of shooting a traitor when I didn't mean to, which not a big deal. Like, we're a bad guy anyways, not not a huge deal. Don't really care about it. The other traders in the area don't really like it, and they kind of get mad at you, but whatever. So we're going to destroy all these bandits here, and since we're getting our combat multiplier higher, right? Since we're getting it higher, when we use our slow time spell, we get even more EXP. Even though we're not using it on a person, like I said, just using that spell by itself is enough to boost up your experience points. Oof, and every time you take a hit, your multiplier goes down significantly. So I went from 8 back to 5. Usually it's in increments of 5, so as long as you hit 5 or 10, like, that's a safe checkpoint. And if you deal quick enough damage to a person in a quick succession,
Use the manly arm pump expression.
you end up stunning them.
You have reached recognized status.
So powering up your renown is good because you get more quests, more expressions, and some of the expressions are cool. The manly arm pump is not that cool. It's a pretty good one for like flirt, but it's really not like a great one. Some of them are funny as you progress. Some of them are kind of useless. That one's not so bad. So our trader looks like he left behind here. He didn't want to come with us because he didn't want to get wrecked,
Follow.
especially after what happened last time.
Follow. I'm right with
So
you.
we'll take him. We'll go forward. And I'm thinking to myself, because the enemies are kind of randomly generated on this map. Like, there's a kind of like a template of what enemies can be here. But I'm very surprised that the bandit captain didn't spawn in and like just despawned and nothing happened. So we make it to Orchard Farm here. We get the trader where he needs to be.
Well, we're here. Not a scratch on me. Well, you've earned this gold. Oh, and here's a bonus for the hard work.
So we get a bonus for not letting him get any damage. And what did you expect, bro? I'm a bad guy. Why did you hire me? And he didn't even try and fight back. He just kind of ran. And we get a very good item, a jet. So most of the gems are worth a decent chunk of change, right? And you can give them as gifts. So I'm sorry this video is a little bit short. I'm coming back into it. I got some really good ones coming on the way. The next one is an absolute monstrosity where we fight Whisper in the killing fields of the Hobbs. It's a very difficult mission, so make sure you stick around for that one. And maybe a demon door. I don't want to spoil too much, but maybe a demon door. But thank you guys for checking in. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next Fable Friday. Don't forget to check out my other series, it's RTS Sunday and Legend of Valendar if you guys have already done so. Thank you so much, and I will catch you guys on the next one.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for